In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 10 must-have budget cards right now in NBA 2K25 Myteam so that you guys know what are the best budget cards you guys should be looking to pick up and add to your guys' team. So we're going to try to go by position as much as possible and really factor into the price when it comes to these budget cards. So I'm going to try to give you guys as many point guards as I can that I think are must-have in this top 10, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. Because small forward, for example, there's so many good budget small forwards in this game that they could take up like 6, maybe 7 or 8 of the top 10 because there's so many good budget small forwards. So I don't want to have that happen. I'm going to try to give you guys as many positions as possible. There might only be 1 or 2 cards at a certain position, and then there might be like 3 at another position, but just trying to give you guys a wide range of price ranges, you know, when we're talking about budget cards. So there'll be a couple cards on here that are like 5,000, 10,000 MT, and then there's going to be obviously some cards on here that are like 20k, 30k, and 40,000 MT. But these are, in my opinion, the top 10 must-have budget cards right now in my team. So not in necessarily order, but the first card I want to talk about is Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels. I mean, if you're looking for a top-tier point guard for under 20k, I don't know where else you look other than Pink Diamond Dyson Daniels. 6'7" at point guard, 6'11" wingspan. The defense on this card, as you guys know, is unbelievably good. 99 steal, 97 perimeter, 92 block, 90 interior defense. I mean, great Hall of Fame defensive badges. His jump shot is solid on quick timing, and his SIGs are also not that bad. I think maybe not going to be coming out too soon, but I think if we see a Dark Matter Dyson Daniels at point guard, he could be like a top tier point guard in my team. So I'm really looking forward to the next Dyson Daniels card we get, because if he gets like a better jump shot, or at least this jump shot on very quick timing, maybe gets like the Pro 2 fade, he gets like a better size up, maybe a better behind the back, could have like the Garland dribble style. I'm really excited for a Dark Matter Dyson Daniels coming out that I think realistically could come out within the next couple weeks or month going into season number 7. But I think this, you know, obviously budget point guard in Dyson Daniels is still one of the best budget cards in this entire game. He goes for under 20k and is definitely worth that price tag. Staying with the point guards but spending a little bit more MT is going to be Galaxy Blue Drew Holiday. I think this card is insanely good. For honestly, he's like 40k. He's like 35-40k on Xbox, which I did not expect him to be that cheap, because a lot of the cards in the flash set are known to be like overpriced and known to be expensive. But Drew Holiday is really good at point guard. 6'5" at the point guard position, 6'7" wingspan. Maybe not as good as Dyson. I think you could argue Dyson is better, but this card's jump shot's really good. I like his SIGs honestly just as much as Dyson Daniels, maybe even a little bit more, having that tray escape. But if you guys are looking to get a really good defensive point guard who's quick on his feet, who has a good jump shot, I do think Drew Holiday is another great must-have budget card at the point guard position. And then to give you guys like a super cheap option at the point guard position, we got to talk about DAngelo Banton, because this card is like 3,000 MT. He's a 6'8" point guard with a 6'10" wingspan, and he has an amazing jump shot. Like his own release on very quick timing is a really good jump shot. He's got 95 speed with ball. I think that's honestly one of the more underrated and kind of things that people aren't talking about enough. Like people just think, oh, he's 6'8" at point guard with a good jump shot, and that's really good. But this card is also insanely fast. Again, for being 6'8" at point guard, he's able to run around a lot of smaller guards. He's able to use his size when he's finishing at the rim, and he's also a much better defensive card than maybe his stats and his badges would suggest, just because of the fact that he's 6'8" with a good player model at point guard. So if he's matched up against a 6'4" or 6'3" point guard, he's gonna have the huge size advantage. It's hard to drive on the rim. It's hard to drive to the rim against a taller point guard. It's hard to shoot over them. They're able to get better contest, block your 3-point shots. So DAngelo Banton, if you guys are looking for a budget point guard and you don't want to spend that much MT, I think he's one of the best budget cards in this entire game. Now, talking about the next must-have budget card in this game in the top 10, I think it's going to be Pink Diamond Dr. J, and he's going to be the only shooting guard on this list, because whilst there is really good budget shooting guards in my team, like Roko's really good, and I could definitely suggest Roko as well. He's going to be like an honorable mention. You know, at the shooting guard position, you got Galaxy Super Ricky Davis, Dabo Sevalosha. There's a lot of really good budget options at shooting guard, but I think Dr. J is the one that I would recommend a ton of people go after, just because of the fact that I really like his jump shot. I really like the behind the back. I think his defense is good. His slashing ability is really amazing. He's a quick card. He's great defensively with a top tier jump shot at the shooting guard position for like 25,000 MT. And moving on over to like the small 4 position, top 10, you know, budget cards that I think are really good at the small 4 position, right? I'm gonna have a couple small forwards here, and I think the best ones are going to be cards like Michael Beasley, cards like Tyler Hansbrough, and Trevor Booker as well. Now, it depends for what you're looking for at the small forward position. If you're looking for an offensive budget card at small forward, a guy that's just going to score the ball at will and is just going to get you buckets, go for Pink Diamond Michael Beasley, because he's 6'9" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan. He has a really good jump shot. Probably my favorite release in this entire game. He's got a good fade, a good behind the back, a solid escape. Like, his sigs maybe aren't the best, but his jump shot really makes up for it. If you like to spam that snatch back animation where they kind of like drag the ball back, like cards like LeBron do it, cards like Beasley do it, John Wall, if you have the dark matter, he does it a lot. I don't know what it's called, but it's like that snatch back, drag back animation. If you like spamming that, Michael Beasley has that animation, and it's super good with creating space for this card. And I think his defense is actually not that bad because he's 6'9" at small forward with a 7-foot wingspan and very solid defensive stats and badges. They're not great, but you can also find a Beasley for like maybe 50-60k, probably with some extra Hall of Fame badges, maybe a couple legend badges. Like, you can probably find a souped up Beasley for 100k, but if you just want to buy a stock Beasley with the 11 Hall of Fame badges, he's like 40k at the most. He's like 35k normally on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But then to talk about Tyler Hansbrough, I think if you're looking for more of the all-around small forward, you're looking for a card that isn't like a lock defender by any means. It's not like he's a lockdown, you know, this card is going to be insane on the perimeter, but he's more of a complete card at the small forward position than Beasley. His defense is going to be a lot better on paper when it comes to the stats and the badges. He's also got a really good jump shot. Not as good as Beasley's, but it's still a very good jump shot with the drum and bass and the Dirk Nowitzki upper on very quick timing. He's got the Pro 2 fade, which is super nice to have as well. Just like Beasley, having a good fade I think is super important, you know, to score in the basketball this year. And then Trevor Booker is like 20, maybe a little bit more. I think he's like 30k, maybe 25-30k, and he's another super complete small forward. Like his jump shot, Pro 2 fade, he's got some good dribble sigs. I think he's a lot more comparable to Tyler Hansbrough. I think these cards are very similar at the small forward position, where Beasley is more so just known for his offensive ability. And then now, guys, talking about some power forwards here in the top 10 that I do think are must-have budget cards, and that's going to be Galaxy Opal Dino, and that is also going to be Galaxy Opal Miles Turner, because both these cards are around the same price. Miles Turner is a little bit more expensive. He's like 45-50k at the most, where Dino's only like 30-35k. But Dino, I think, is really good at power forward. I do like Miles Turner a little bit more. His defense is better on paper. His jump shot could be argued. I think it's a little bit better in my personal opinion compared to Dino Raja. But if you guys are looking for budget cards at the power forward position, I would definitely look towards Dino Raja and look towards Miles Turner. Like, these are the two best budget power forwards in the game. You're not going to find much better power forwards, especially for their price. And then, guys, the final card I wanted to talk about is going to be Galaxy Opal Walker Kessler. Now, I do want to give you guys a couple different options because I know some people don't like this card's jump shot. I think if you're fine with his jump shot, he is really good at center. And again, there's not too many good budget centers in my team, but I wanted to at least include one center on this list. So Walker Kessler is a card that I would definitely recommend, but there's also cards like Pink Diamond Porzingis, and I know a lot of people still like in game. There's cards like Eddie Curry. I know people love this card at the center position. Jump shot can be questionable depending on your timing and depending if you can green with him consistently, but he's another really good budget center option. Kessler is going to be here in the top 10, but just wanted to give you guys some other options in case you don't like his jump shot or maybe just don't like this card. But I do think he's probably the best budget center right now in my team for like 25k. But in my opinion, guys, these are going to be the top 10 must-have budget cards in this game. You know, these are all cards that I would definitely recommend for the budget tier, for the budget price. And again, I try to give you guys as many positions as possible because maybe Walker Kessler isn't a top 10 budget card in this game, but I wanted to at least include a center so you guys can understand, if you're trying to build a lineup, what center to run if you're rocking out with a budget squad. But let me know in the comment section down below any other budget cards you guys would really recommend. Make sure to drop them in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.